Gotta go check there.
Possibly. Just a number, yeah.
Yeah.
Send in the answer. Those of you that did not watch the video yesterday, you have two options. If I don't teach enough of it today, then you gotta watch that video lesson tonight. It's just using the formula for arithmetic sequences. Okay, hopefully you're remembering that for this little warm-up quiz. That's there. I know the third question extends what I talked about, but all I did is I found one arithmetic mean. Okay, this is finding the second arithmetic mean when given 5 numbers, or maybe I just gave you 2.
No, G5.
Yeah, the negative sign is supposed to be, I believe.
Okay.
Hopefully last night on the homework assignment you guys didn't do problem 111. Okay, that's it on that sheet. Okay, and I really don't care if you did problem 23 or 32. Okay, I know that was a difference between what my video lesson said and what my worksheet said. So, not a big deal. Okay, you should have done those. I don't know, there's about 10 problems last night that had to practice. So you know how to do this problem right here.
Wait, just find the second number for the possible.
It says find the second arithmetic mean in the sequence given the first and the fifth. You would find the second arithmetic mean in the sequence of the first and the fifth.
I don't even know that. No one does.
I do.
That's as far as I can
Yeah.
get. But that's really not right. I found
See
one.
how many minutes are we into this thing yet?
Oh, B.
Let's give me the timer on it.
What you do?
There we go.
3, what do I do now?
You have 30 seconds.
How?
14 of you
see
start.
what?
4 of you still have to send in your answer.
Find the second arithmetic mean in the sequence for the T1 and T5.
The second one is sequence.
What?
Second is number.
Well, here's a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers.
Yeah.
There's T sub 1, there's T sub 2, there's T sub 3,
Yeah.
there's T sub 4. There's 4 numbers that have arithmetic means of 3.
Oh, and you gave us 4, not 5. No.
Oh,
Oh. Oh. There would
it says find the second arithmetic mean in the sequence of.
be the second missing number, but I don't know how to find it per se. It's a negative. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, only
Hold
9
on.
of you
Hold
answered
on.
this question right here.
I got this.
13 of us answered this last question.
How do I get this in?
You should already have it written down. It's negative 5 and 11. I'm going to hit stop anyway. This question, with a all student answered that one, but there's still 3 of you that are going to be mad. Okay, here we go. Okay, question number 1. Okay, you should have noticed right here. What type of sequences are these if we see they go up or down by the same amount? Arithmetic. Okay, the arithmetic sequence formula, okay, was, and if you did not write this down yesterday, hopefully you realize, you take the first term and you multiply or add on however many times the term we're trying to find is going to go up by that amount. So this one right here is going to go up by negative 3 amount, which is really down. Okay, and it's going to go down. Whoops, I was thinking in my head and wrote the wrong thing. Down 7 times it's going to go down by a factor of negative 3. So we have to take this first term of 20. Whoops, I didn't write that down. okay, plus negative 3 times 7, so we go down from 20, negative 21 times. So the 8th term in this sequence was negative 1. Up by 2, up by 3, up by 4, up by 5. So is this arithmetic sequence?
No.
Okay, an arithmetic sequence has to be a constant amount. Did I talk about that yesterday? I
Yeah.
thought so. Okay, so therefore, this right here actually is not an arithmetic sequence. It actually, the differences of the differences go up by 1. Okay, what do we do when we see that happen? Yeah, you know it's a quadratic, so we would need a quadratic formula of some sort. We're not going to go there right now. Okay, but we do know that that pattern is a quadratic. Okay, so this one right here, I hope you guys wrote down, can't find, no solution, something like
No.
that. That's there. Okay, we can kind of look here. Everybody, I'm hoping, is done with this, so we can see on this one right here that, okay, a lot of us, okay, got negative 1 here. Okay, only 3 of us did not. Okay, on the second one, okay, it looks like
I got it.
3 of us decided to answer it. Okay, and I don't know what others means. Okay, but that one right there is the solution for those. Okay, and the last one. Okay, number 3. If these things are arithmetic means, like if I had a number right here that I start with 3, and I say, well, I want to know what number is going to be in between that if this is an arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequences go up by a constant sum, right? A constant amount. So we would take this plus something, and then this plus that same amount. So essentially, 3 plus 11, well, that gives us 14. But how do we find the number that would be right in between it?
Divide by 2.
Halfway in between, we would divide by 2. So this would give us 7 right there, because don't those go up by 4 then? Well, that's essentially what we're doing down here, but see, I didn't give you, I gave you the first term, and I gave you the 5th term. Okay, I gave you this is negative 5, and I gave you this is 11. Okay, so I want to know, yes, I wanted to know the second term. That's what it says, the second arithmetic mean. Okay, that's what we were talking about when we said means. Okay, so I want to know it's t sub 2. Can you find t sub 2 in one step? No. Okay, what do we actually need to find first?
The middle mean.
The t sub 3, right, the middle one right here. Okay, we should be able to find by taking negative 5 plus 11 divide by 2, okay, which is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. Okay, and then we should be able to find the mean between 1 and 3, okay, which is negative 5 plus 3 divided by 2. And I should hope we all did. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. There
How did I
we
get
go.
50%?
All right. Of those that answered, 19 of us passed.
First one.
Okay.
I passed.
First
Okay.
answer is negative 57.
All right. So, for tonight's assignment then. Okay. The first example right up here. Okay, it's kind of like what I talked about yesterday when I started talking about sequences. You guys remember that first example? I said, oh, just find the next one in the sequence. And that's all nice and dandy. You know, you can look up there and you can see, oh, yeah, yesterday, I don't remember if it went up by 2 or up by 3, and you just said, oh, yeah, add 3 onto it. Is that what happens to this one right here?
No.
Does it go up by a constant amount?
No.
No. Okay, so since it doesn't go up by a constant amount, can't do it.
Give up. Go home.
Is there a pattern up here? Well, what do we notice then?
Multiply by 5.
Okay, it goes up by a rate, not a difference. Okay, it goes up by a rate. This rate right here does not make it arithmetic. It actually makes it what we call geometric. So if we would multiply this by 5, okay, we're going to come up here with, I think that's right, 1,875. But the problem is are you going to be able to do that always for geometric sequences? If I say find the 30th term in the sequence. Okay? Now, just so you guys know, and I forgot to tell this the second hour, and that's the bad part about second hour, is there will always be somebody that I say find the 30th term, and I don't know if I said this in my lesson yesterday, but there will be somebody that extends the pattern out to 30. Did I say that in my video lesson yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those people on the test, I will make sure that I don't put 30 there. I will put 330 and just laugh while you're going out to 330. Okay? So with that in mind, okay, formulas are wonderful things. Okay, they save yourself a lot of time so we don't have to go to that 330th term. We just plug it into the formula. Okay? This formula right up here is very similar to the arithmetic one. Okay, what I would like you to realize is, besides, I'm not a person that just says memorize this. Okay, I want you to think about this. If this was arithmetic, okay, if we go back to my arithmetic pattern right here, okay, this problem right, okay, here. Okay, if I'm on this arithmetic pattern right here, it starts at 20, right? So we take 20, and we're going to decrease it how many times by the time we get to t sub 8? 7, because we don't start at the first one. It goes down this many times. So if you decrease it 7 times by 3, do you guys do this? -3 plus -3 plus -3 plus -3 plus negative. Do you do that 7 times in your head? Is that, what do you do then?
Multiply.
You multiply, right? You would take -3 times the 7 decreases, correct? So what I was trying to get to is this thought, okay, right here. When I'm at this pattern right here, if I decrease it, I took the difference times that amount. Well, geometric, I'm actually increasing this by an exponential rate, aren't I? I'm timesing this by 5 to the 3rd power. Okay, I multiplied it times itself that many times. So instead of here having it a difference, this is going to be a rate. R means rate. Okay, D means difference. So anytime you see an R, you know it's geometric. Anytime you see a D, you know it's arithmetic. Okay, the R means a rate, and the rate is going to be, okay, that n minus 1 is to the power. You guys see how it happened? And instead of adding right here, what do we do between our first term and our rate? Multiply. So the formula, okay, is very, very simple. Okay, so the question still comes down here to, now I want to find the 20th term. Just like arithmetic terms, okay, you would come up here and you would see the pattern has to remain constant for all the numbers.
5.
And by the way, on the test, okay, or the quiz, okay, I will probably have 3 of them go up by the same amount and then 1 of them go up by a different amount. And if you don't check all of them, you may not get the right answer. I can tell you this now because I know when the quiz comes around, okay, you'll forget that I told you this and you may not check all of them. And I always tell people like that because stubborn people always remember. You told me this, I won't forget. Looks like right here. Is this arithmetic or geometric?
Geometric.
Okay, it goes up by 4, goes up by 12, goes up by a lot more than 12. Okay, so the next thing I see is it goes up by times 3, goes up by times 3, goes up by, yes, multiple of 3. Okay, so I just found out my rate was 3. I know my first term is 2. I know that I'm going to find out, okay, n equals, how many terms am I going to try to calculate?
20.
20 terms. That's what this number right there stands for. It tells us go to the 20th term.
For arithmetics, it's just what? Basically just kind of finding like a spot on the line, really?
Yes. Arithmetics are linear. Okay, these are going to be more exponential. Yep. So if we graph them, you can see a line versus an exponential. Yep. So we are at t sub 20. That equals the first term of 2 times a rate, okay, of 3 to the 19th power. This is going to be a big number, I bet. Okay, so we are here taking, okay, 3 to the 19th power. Yeah, that's quite big. And then we're going to times that by 2.
Billion.
Okay, and that looks like it is in the billions there, right?
Yep.
2,324,522,934. Yeah, wonderful answer. All right, you guys send in your answer here for this one. Here, those of you that can't see it, it's a little bigger. For those of you that are very observant, please watch this. I know you guys know how to multiply, but if my rate is ever not nice integer answer, watch how I can find the rate easily. 6 divided by 2, 18 divided by 6, 54 divided by 18. If I take the next number divided by the previous one, should that give me the rate? Because your rate may not always be an integer. It could be goes up by 5/3. Well, this one's not bad because I wanted you to see, oh yeah, is my rate 4?
No.
Well, I'm dividing by 4, dividing by 4, dividing by 4. Okay, you're multiplying by 1/4. Okay, that is found by 16 over 64, 4 over 16, 1 over 4. All of these right here, okay, multiply, okay, by 1/4. T sub 10 equals, I know you guys have fancy calculators. And I know some of you will just type this in and hit enter. But I'm hoping that the 4 people that sent in answers already sent the exact answer in. Okay, this problem right over here, 64 times 1/4 to the, well, 10 minus 1 power is 9. Now, the person that doesn't have a calculator right here is going to do this without their calculator. This is 1 to the 9th, this is 4 to the 9th, and 64, I believe, is going to be 4 to the 3rd power. Okay, 1 to the 9th is 1. Okay, this is an uptown, downtown fight here. And 4 to the 6th, now that one you might have to get a calculator out. It's 4,096.
Yep.
Okay. 4,096. Okay, so I am hoping when I hit stop here that you guys sent me. Well, only 12 of you were fast enough. Come on, you can be faster than me. Look at all my ugly answers. Are these answers right here that are all ugly decimals exact? Okay, no. That one right there is. 3 of you sent me, okay, the right answer. Alright, here we go. Find the 5th term right up there. This time faster.
Wait, write the equation. What?
T
Oh,
sub 9.
oh.
of you I cut off. Okay. It's not bad. Okay. Nice. Get a little sun there. 100% correct. You guys see where I had 3 to the 4th power right here? Okay, I did 1 to the 4th power, that's 1. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and find. I didn't have a question on this one, so forgot to put the answer in there, but find the 9th term for that sequence. 54, 36, 24, 16. Find the 9th term. By the way, I don't have your test done here. It's been a crazy week for me, so I will try to get it done this week, guys. It's not looking good right now. Your test are looking fine. My life is not looking good right now. Very rarely do I not get them back within the next couple of days. Well, first thing I would look at right up here is I see that this is going down by 18, going down by 12, going down by 8. So it's not arithmetic. Okay, so that means I have to do geometric. Okay, you need to test to see if it's arithmetic. Just because we're on geometric sequences doesn't mean that on tonight's assignment I'll always have geometrics on there. It's a test that you'll have to always see. Now this right over here doesn't look nice, so I'll do 36 over 54. I'll do 24 over 36. I'll do 16 over 24. And I will test all 3 of them. Because I don't know if I've ever told you this, but someday I will make 3 of the 4 go up by the same amount, 1 of them not. Did I ever say that sometime?
Yeah.
Within one of my lessons today. Okay? So, I think all of these right here reduce, so we get a rate of
2/3.
I think that's what they all should do. They should reduce down to 2/3. Now, I saw all of you having to type this into your calculator up here, and I know
Shouldn't 2/3 be 8?
this is, oh yeah, 8. I'm sorry, I was up to the 54 here. Isn't that 2 times 27?
Yeah.
And isn't 27 3 cubed? All right. So here I have 2 to the 8th over 3 to the 8th. So I have an uptown-downtown fight right there. Okay, and I have here, so I get 2 to the 9th over 3 to the 5th. Okay, 2 to the 9th is going to give us
500.
Yep, 512 and
243.
243 is, yeah. What I have. Okay, there we go. Let's see how we did. Not bad. Okay, we got 2 of us here that decided to flipped them over, and another one didn't simplify right. All right, last one. Oh, just like yesterday, but it doesn't say find the arithmetic mean. It finds the geometric mean. So if we recall, geometric means, okay, if I came up here and I was to look at this and I had 4, 36, I think I did that math in my head right.
Right.
If I did these right here, and I said this was an arithmetic sequence, I'll come over here. Let's do an easier one here first. All right.
20.
5, 9, and 11. How did you get 9? If I erase that, how would you get 9 if I said that's arithmetic? You add these two together because arithmetic means a sum, right? And then what do we do once we get 16?
Divided by 2.
We divide by 2 because we're doing the average of the two. Okay, so the question is how would I get 36 knowing that these two, if I say find the arithmetic or the geometric mean between 4 and 344, I think, double check this, 36 times 9, is that answer? 324. I had a feeling I did that wrong. Okay, so if I had 324 and 4 right here, how do you get 36? Are you going to take 4 plus 324?
No.
Well, that wouldn't be geometric. What do you do when something's geometric?
Multiply.
So 4 times 324. Well, 4 times 324, what do you do now? Divide by 2? I don't think divide by 2 is going to give us 36. What is the inverse of something that's exponential? Yeah, if I times something, I'm basically, timesing it by itself. The opposite of timesing it by itself is the square root. So we did the inverse operation. So anytime that you have a geometric mean is found by doing the product of the first and the last term, and then doing its inverse operation, which is the square root of it. Okay, the inverse operation of multiplying was dividing for arithmetic. The inverse here is multiplying, okay, is going to be the square root for powers, that is exponential. Okay, so this one right up here is, what's 4 times 100? 100. Do the square root of 400?
20.
Okay. Oh, you guys are amazing. All right.
Oh, I didn't answer it.
That's
Oh.
I have. Okay, 5 questions right up here. When you get those 5 questions right there answered, okay, raise your hands. I'll come around and give you the second part of the assignment, which is right here. This is also printed on your worksheet that I give you, so you don't have to write this down. Okay, but here are your 5 questions right here that I want you to solve in class. Okay, you have 8 minutes here to beat the clock. Race, race, race. It's always about a race, isn't it?
We do all 5 of those.
These 5, raise your hand. I'll come over, give you a high five, and then hand you your high assignment. And then you get mad because I gave you an assignment.
Pretty much.
But I gave you a high five.
Give me some food and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Give me some food.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
Starving. How did you do that? Yeah. It's just normal for you. It's just normal for you. It's
Yeah, because a negative times a positive is a negative. And then a negative times a negative is a positive. And then a positive times a negative is a negative.
we all know I'm not smart, so it's all good.
Don't worry, you're a add-in to 4th hour. They'll accept you.
Buddy,
No. All right, quickly, I'll get this to you here in a second. Homework assignment is right here on the on the worksheet, watch. This problem right here. Okay, what I wanted here was, okay, if you're doing this, t sub n equals t sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Doesn't matter if it's a's or it's t's. That's the one thing you got to know from one textbook to the other. Okay, our textbook uses a's. Okay, I tend to use t's for term. Now, this right here is 9 equals 127. Okay, is my first one, times 3 to the n minus 1. Most of you times by 27, which was fine. What was that, 343?
Yeah.
343 equals 243. 243 equals this. Now, here's what I want you to watch. How do you bring down a power? You do a log of both sides. You show the step of this n minus 1 coming out to the front. Okay, then you show yourself dividing by the log of 3. Okay, then you get n minus 1 equals 5 and n equals 6. Who else is these worksheets still? Simon is written right here on the worksheet, so you don't have to copy that down.
The thing where it's like problems, the worksheet, like that whole
This problem is in this worksheet, and this one is in this worksheet. Where it says sequence worksheet, that's yesterday's worksheet. Where it says problems, that's what you do on this worksheet.